By the middle of 2023, I was sinking into a mental quagmire. It had been roughly 3 years since I had graduated college, 6 since I had started photography, and life was starting to become monotonous. Days blurring together as I moved through the suburban landscape of the Washington, D.C. area. Life in the metropolis is not bad. On the contrary, it is very comfortable, and it feels safe and familiar. But I've grown up and lived in this bubble for my entire life, and as I mature and learn more about myself, I often yearn for more and more change. I love to travel, something that has only grown over the years, accelerated after photography helped open my eyes to the world. Visiting somewhere for the first time is exhilarating, learning about the history and the culture, but more importantly for me, is letting a new landscape wash over me, the interesting geography, the unique weather, the new types of flora and fauna. This discovery has acted as a ballast for my restless mind. So far, all of my travel has been a shared experience, being with family, friends, or my girlfriend. But recently, I've been daydreaming about what it would be like to explore the world alone. How would that change the experience? Would I be scared? Would I be organized enough? Would it be too lonely to enjoy the landscapes? I began to plan my trip, all of these anxieties seeping through my brain, interrupting the reveries of beautiful sunrises and starry night skies. The wanderlust and sense of adventure won out, overpowering my anxious mind. I would never forgive myself if I did not seize on this opportunity. On the surface, the goal of this trip was to explore the stunning landscapes of Utah. This was my initial impulse, the reason I even started thinking about this trip. Getting to go alone provided me a unique opportunity to plan an itinerary that focuses solely on photography, a passion which is very difficult to immerse myself in when I'm with others. Using the time of day, sunlight, and weather to dictate where and when to move, getting up in the dark and setting up on location before sunrise, then moving to a different area for sunset and astrophotography hours later. Sleeping less and resting during the day. Cooking meals out of the back of my car instead of finding an interesting restaurant or staying in a hotel. This is the type of travel I romanticize, but never have tried. The roughness is good. It helps connect you to the landscape. It harkens back, in a small way, to how the early 1800s explorers would move through our country, still relying on directions from locals who spoke different languages, navigating using the stars and their wits. They help bring the interest in our homeland to a mass audience. And even though we've altered and destroyed some of that simplicity and beauty, I want to still strive for the spirit of exploration and adventure.
When the well runs dry and the food runs out and the words you speak are the only things that touch your mouth, will you be content with the stories told of your days of youth to your days of old? Oh,
So the journey begins. Landed in Salt Lake. It's about 2:30, a little bit later than we were supposed to land, but it's all right. Got an Uber over to the truck rental guy's house. He was really nice, showed me around the truck a bit, gave me some advice. Now I've got to go get some supplies, start this adventure up. For someone who appreciates a good mountain view, must be nice. Trying to get the other mountains over here. Look at that. Must be nice to have this out in your backyard. Be able to come outside and look at it every day. I've been at REI, the grocery store, got all my supplies, or at least enough to get me well on the way. Then I stopped by and picked up my generator, my solar generator, power station, whatever you want to call it, from Sky. It's one of these peer-to-peer rentals. Sorry. Now I'm in the In-N-Out burger line because I was talking to my friend. He's actually, it's funny, my friend Zach is in Salt Lake right now at the end of a trip, and so we're trying to arrange to meet up. So I think actually I'm gonna drive over and pick him up, and we're gonna go together to the Salt Flats and take some pictures tonight. So that should be pretty awesome. So to get a quick dinner and out to the Salt Flats. Alright, good morning. It's like 5 a.m. on Sunday. First full day of the trip. I didn't really get a chance to film very much last night. After I was at In-N-Out Burger, I went to pick up my friend Zach, who's finishing his trip in Utah today. We drove out to Bonneville Salt Flats just in time for a little bit of pre-sunlight golden hour. Drove the truck around, flew the drone, took some pictures. It was really awesome. There was just a little bit of water out in the salt flat, so you get some nice reflections. Milky Way came up. It was super dark. There was, some localized light pollution in both directions or in all directions, but it was still really worth it. The Milky Way popped really well. It was awesome. So got a time lapse, got some stills, some panoramas, hopefully. I think it turned out really great, actually. So really happy with that. But after that, we get back in the car, drove back to their Airbnb last night. It was late. I was exhausted. They were really kind enough to let me stay on the couch last night, so I didn't have to stay out in the Salt Flats or in a Walmart parking lot or something. So big thank you to them. But I got up and left pretty early, and I've just been organizing the truck, so I'm going to find something closer to Salt Lake, go up there, try to take some sunrise pictures, and then before we get over to Capitol Reef, I actually got to give this truck a shower because I got to take it to the car wash because it is so dirty with salt and mud, and I just don't want that to cake on and then get added to. So I'd rather just start fresh with the dirt from the Capitol Reef and all the rest of the places I'm going. Alright, so after a really, really amazing sunrise, actually, I got really lucky. The light was perfect. The clouds were awesome. Stood there and got shots with both my cameras. It was really great. But now it's time to get moving. But before I do that, it's time to make some coffee. Get the jet boil on. Water's starting to boil. I've got my new AeroPress travel coffee maker, so yeah, we're gonna try that out for the first time and see how that works. Got my coffee. First brewing attempt's actually pretty good. Time to head down off this mountain. This valley is so beautiful, I could stay here all day, but gotta go get the car washed because it's way too salty to continue, and then off to Capitol Reef in Cathedral Valley. Got a bit of a traffic jam here in the Uintas. What's up, cows? Get out, move. This mountain range is really, really, really beautiful. I could spend so much more time here. If I had any more time, I would try to do some hikes here, but on to the next location, on to the next shoot.